Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have such an amazing topic to discuss. This information, it's something new that came up recently, and I really want to share it with you because I believe a lot of guys, they want to be a green flag for girls. They want to attract women, and this is the way how I think you should do that. So recently I got several requests from girls, and it was girls from Europe, it was girls, American girls, but I mean they are not Eastern European, like I usually do work with them, but just like American girls. And they said that they actually want to meet a guy who answers Eastern European standards, who good enough for Eastern European women. So for me, it was something like, what do you mean? She said, yeah, but I know that you're working with Eastern European girls and you are looking for specific guys for them. So can you introduce me with this type of guys? And I was like, okay. So I started to make my research. I was thinking, okay, like maybe it's something new. And I found out there's the same information with some bloggers speaking about that. And also one of my clients, she shared the story when I introduced them, like he's an American guy and she's a Ukrainian woman. And she said he was joking about that, but maybe it's not a joke. He said that after or if we will break up with you and after maybe 2 weeks, I will be already with another woman because I will be a really green flag for them. And she said, like, why? Like, why you think you will be a green flag for women? And he said, because I dated Eastern European girl. And she was surprised because quite often guys speaking about that in a negative way, like, oh my God, Eastern European women, they request too much, they need too much attention, they need this, they need that, they are materialistic and so on. I believe you heard a lot of things about that. But he said that this is kind of a boot camp in relationship. So if you pass the exam with Eastern European women and you've been with such a type of woman who requests a lot, so after that you will be a green flag for any woman because any woman want to have this type of man. And of course, let's be clear, because nowadays it's a lot of these feminist crazy women who think they don't need men, they are strong enough, they can do everything themselves. That's okay, that's fine, we accept them. But I'm not talking about this type of girls because this is kind of opposite from Eastern European. But mostly other girls who are not that crazy feminist, they want to have that. They want to have a strong man who take care of them, who is loving, caring, and who is real man. But now they kind of ashamed to talk about that because now it's a time of strong and independent women. And if she will say that, actually, you know what? I'm not looking for just a guy to spend the night. I want to have a life partner, and I want this life partner, he is strong, and I want to be sure that he is a real man. And if he was dated Eastern European woman before, you kind of becoming a better kind of man. And yeah, it's a different thing that if you didn't like that, if you was with Eastern European woman, but you know, you was trying to escape that responsibility and it was not a real stuff, it was not a real relationships. But if you had that like real experience and it was a really real relationships with Eastern European woman, again, as I said before, you are becoming a green flag for women in general. And that is why I'm getting this type of request, because girls, they want to have something similar. So let me tell you about the Eastern European standards. I talk a lot about that in my previous videos, but you know, I always can repeat that because I think it's great. It's really something that changes you. If you start to be like that, you can let your man out, you know, because also it's a time nowadays in 2025, it's a time of these strong women with big balls, but in the same time weak men, because men, they're kind of not allowed to say that they're men. They're not allowed to be strong, they're not allowed to take care of a woman, because otherwise they will say, oh my God, it's because you are a man, and so on. And I believe that it's really stupid, because still we have our roles, and it's great when we know what are our roles. So let me tell you about our standards, Eastern European standards, so for you to understand how to become a green flag for girls. So firstly, of course, you need to be a gentleman. You need to be ready to open the doors. You need to be ready to give her hand when she's going out of the car. You need to show that you are a strong man who can take care of everything around, and to be protective, to be someone with whom she will feel safe. Once back then I was living in Paris, and I've seen the crazy scene, and like for me it was so shocking. So it was a guy and it was a girl, French, and she was pregnant, I believe like maybe 7 or 8 months. It was a big belly, and she was sleeping on his knees because he was sitting and she was laying down. Maybe she was tired or something. It was in a train. And I remember that it was people coming into the train, and a lot of people with these huge heavy bags who was carrying these bags not in the right way. So someone was all the time hitting her head because she was laying down, people bringing their luggages. And what this amazing new generation man did, he did nothing. So I cannot believe that my man or any like normal and strong man will allow someone will hit his pregnant wife with luggage. And any normal man will not allow that. He will start, firstly, he will move her because he will see that something is wrong. And second, he will speak with these people and tell them that you guys need to be more careful. So this is what I'm talking about. And it's not only about, okay, give me your hand, going out of the car or open the door. It's all about that. It's all about care and being real man. Next thing that usually triggers guys don't like that when I'm talking about money and I'm talking about presents. And men sometimes thinking that, oh my God, girls, they want to have presents. And it's because they're so materialistic. But in the end, it's still come up from safety and security. So if man, when you start to date, just start to date, and he is not able to tell you, okay, baby, this is money, you can go to do manicure, or this is new perfumes for you, or something like that. He is not able to care about you, and he is just asking you to go on a date, to walk by the beach, or to have a coffee. So how it's possible that this guy will take care of you in the future? So, and again, this is mentality of Eastern European women, and we think like that. Some other girls will say, okay, it doesn't matter, it's fine. But after all, if men just invite women to just walk somewhere in the park, then it will not be surprising that he allows someone hit your head with luggage. Because it all comes from, firstly, when man he's serious about women, and this is what our women they request. They request not just material stuff, but they request like, prove me that you are serious about me. Prove me that I'm not one of the 1,000 girls you chatting, or I'm not 1,000 girls that you take it out to walk on the beach. And men, they prove only with money. Otherwise, men and women know that, and especially Eastern European women, they know that men like to talk. So this is a way how to find out if he is serious about her or not. That is why she is asking for that. Of course, things like picking her up and drive her back, this is also like obvious, So let's meet in the restaurant at 6 p.m. It will sound for Eastern European woman ridiculously. So it's like, how I will get to the restaurant? You think I will do it myself? So this is how, okay, I will not tell you about 100%, but 90%, 85% of girls will think like that. Even though she can tell you, okay, I will walk myself or I will drive myself. Firstly, you still need to ask. You still need to offer, and then you will see. The next thing, it's also Eastern European standards. It's not to rush with intimacy, not to rush with all the stuff like kisses, hugs, and so on and so on. As I told you before in my other videos, that our people, they're kind of more distant from each other and more cold from the beginning, and they do not show that affection. Comparing, for example, like in Latino culture, because me, myself, I live in Miami, and I see a lot that people are more closer to each other. They're showing their feelings more openly and so on. But this is our culture, and that's why it's kind of different, right? All of us, we're different. So girls, they don't like when men push on them with all that stuff, because they need to have time to open up and to, you know, to get to the point. Okay, now I'm ready for intimacy, now I'm ready for something, so let's do it. But not when you start to do that. It's like after first date, okay, let's go to my place and we will have fun. No. And if you will tell it to go, she will probably will think that you are just looking for one night stand. And from this topic we're going to the next topic, that again, our girls, they do not date for just to date. Okay, they do not date because they want to have something casual. They do not date because they want something short term. What is that short term relationship? Who knows? Can you please explain me? Short term relationships, it's like what? Let's date for 1 month. And again, I will explain you why. Because for women, like for normal women who respect herself, that sounds like, okay, I want to use you for this 1 month, and then I will use another one girl, another girl, another girl. So who want to be used? No one, right? No one. That is why our women, they are never date for that. And of course, some guys, they can lie, they can say, okay, I'm looking for something serious, and they not, and it's, you know, their own responsibility. But in general, our girls do not date to have fun. They do not date to just, you know, to let's spend good time together. No, it will not work. And I'm happy that my clients, they know that. And my clients who come to me, they are ready for marriage. They're not, you know, this type of people. But in general, if you're going on online dating, this what all the girls telling me, like girls who come to me, and doesn't matter if she lives in Ukraine, she lives in Europe, she lives in America, they have the same problem. Like guys want to have something short term. What does it mean? And where I can find serious people. So only serious intentions, only date for marriage. This, what I just described, it's this kind of boot camp. So if you can handle that, if you can handle Eastern European woman, after you will be just brilliant, just a diamond for any woman in this world. Any woman, she will be really interested, and she knows who you are. That if you was in these relationships, like 1 year, 2 years, maybe, you know, maybe you was married with Eastern European woman, they know that you know how to be a real gentleman, how to handle real woman, and how to be a real man. This is what you should know. And this what I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you like my video. And yes, I think that all of you guys are great, and I'm not here to change you and tell you, okay, you should be like this and like that. Some people like more like feminist women, and it's also fine. I'm not here to judge anyone, so please understand that my point is, if you want to have like more feminine women, more women who, you know, like have this feminine energy, so you need to be this type of man, and then you will be real green flag. So please put your likes and comment below if you had this military training with Eastern European woman, you know, who trained you and now you are green flag. Are you or not? Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.